Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to the monthly Akashic Records check-in reading for the month of April. So you're going to hear a lot of background noise and it lends to the message, I have to tell you. It is 7 o'clock in the morning. So I am doing this before I have to do my work, you know, that pays my bills. And just when I started, it is 7 o'clock in the morning and there is construction going on, which you don't get that early in the morning usually. And it lends to the message because there is a lot happening in April. We kept on getting the major arcana, the magician, where we're in our manifesting power. They want us to be more in our manifesting power, manifest more of what you want. We have a lot to do and accomplish. And so it lends to it that there's literal noise of building, construction, people at work, even at 7 o'clock in the morning. Even that I'm doing this, squeezing more work, more things to accomplish. In the overall April spirit reading and messages, the video posted right before this, if you didn't see it, we kept on getting, it's a new dawn, it's a new life, birds flying high, you know how I feel. Just when I was remembering that, even all the birds were chirping louder, resonating louder. It's like everything is getting amped up. There's a lot more to do, a lot more to work on, a lot to manifest. Be a very confident magician in what you're doing, what you're trying to manifest. You're backed. That's been coming through a lot. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. And we're all planting those new life seeds. And if you can hear it, this is a racket at 7 o'clock in the morning. And I had to laugh. And as I was getting the spirit messages, it was like everything in my environment amped up to even drill it, literally as they're drilling, drill it home, the message of what it is. We're all going to be really at work, you know, whether it's in your projects, your personal, your work, you know, getting more accomplished, feel a more confident magician. We had the major arcana of magician twice. There were 4 major arcanas building up to being more in our manifesting magician power, meaning we had the wheel, the change of direction. We had, oh, I can't even remember them all. There were 4 major arcanas leading up to this, like end of delays. Things have been, blockages are being released so we can manifest more. Okay, so let's get into it because this is just, I mean, it is so loud. There's definitely going to be a lot of things at work. So we're definitely going to tap into the Akashic Records and we're going to dive in deep. So we're going to use our intuition and then we're literally going to go in the guidebook for the Akashic force that's driving us through April to be that magician, to manifest. And like they kept saying, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. And if you have to listen to that song, oh my gosh, I was quoting Nina Simone. It came up in the comments. Someone pointed out Michael Bublé version. And let me tell you, if you go to that video on YouTube, I figured out at 2 minutes and 42 seconds in, the last bit of that video, 2 minutes and 42, I put it down on the other reading. That's what I was hearing in my mind for a spirit message, that jazzy, belty version. It's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new life. That's the spirit of April. So we're going to tap into the Akashic Records, what to keep in our minds and hearts, where we are at in the journey. We go higher in these videos, so on a personal level, you may experience this differently, but as we go higher, we share more than you realize, and that's what all my readings are about. When you go higher, it encompasses more. At the end of the day, we're all pretty much being influenced by these huge forces, okay? So we have Akashic Records that we're definitely going to get divine spirit messages for our divine spirit, and we're going to end it with pure love from spirit. I may be guided at some point to do messages from heaven and guardian angels. I'm not quite sure where the reading's taking me, but definitely the first 3. So let's get right into it. Do you notice now they died down? I'm telling you, it all amped up to drive, to drill that message home that we're going to be at work, but now listen, the background, they're fading so I can get on with this reading. Now they're fading. It's truly spectacular how everything works together. But it literally is 7 o'clock in the morning here. That's a lot of noise for 7 o'clock. I don't even think you're allowed to do that early. I have to look that up. I have to Google that. I'm not quite sure about noise pollution. Yeah, that was insane. I mean, unless it's an emergency, I don't know what. 7 o'clock is a little bit early, but goes to the message. We're going to be at work, really manifesting a lot of great things in April. New dawn day in life. We also got planting new life seeds. So it's like doing the work. Yeah, look how quiet it all of a sudden got. I'm telling you. Okay, so tapping into the Akashic records for April. We're going to tap into, check in where we are in the journey. What's important to keep in our minds and hearts to be a greater understanding for the month of April. And we'll go into the guidebook for expansive meanings. So for April, for the Akashic records, where we are at. Oh, they're shuffling so bizarrely. Where we're at the journey. Oh, wow. Ow, that flew out with such force. And no joke, it's the King of Forces. Oh my gosh, talk about us being in our power in the physical. Wow, 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 the King of Forces. I have chills everywhere. Also, that came out with such force. I can't even tell you how forceful that came out. Yeah, talk about being a magician and in your power, and you have a lot of work to do because you have to be in your strength, feeling like the King of Forces in the physical. Wow, I have chills. Okay, I want to get right into this. I have to find it in the book. Hold on a second. I'm just blown away that we just got that. Okay, hold on a second. King of Forces. This is what we're feeling in April. When you talk about the force, like the force that's behind us in April, that's probably why so much is going to be happening and why we're going to feel like a massive magician manifesting. Okay, the King of Forces upright. A man standing by a stream is surrounded by different animals of the woods. The power of nature is all around him. Do you hear the noise back there? It's 7 o'clock in the morning. But this is like the force that's behind us. Do you hear this? Oh my gosh. Okay. A man, you're the man in this card. You are the King of Forces, okay? So a man is standing by a stream and surrounded by different animals of the woods. The power of nature is all around him. Just as you're hearing all this background noise, I swear, the power of nature is all around him, meaning the power of nature is all around you. In the earth below his feet, the water running by, and the star-filled nebula in the sky above. Yet he is a force himself, exerting calming influences on the wolf and the rabbit, which are natural enemies. Upright, this card indicates the presence of a man who has powerful, positive energy. He comes with good intentions, gentleness, honesty resonate from him. If you don't know this man yet, his energy will be coming into your life. He could bring support for a special project, a work issue, or just your life in general. He may also be a possible love interest. So in order to be open to receiving a man of honor, make sure you engage in honoring and being tender toward yourself. For you or a man around you, there could be a position coming in any of the careers natural to the King of Forces, such as electronics, astronomy, physics, geology, alternative fuel, any of the earth sciences, and new industries and environmental care. Any activity connecting with earth energy and nature are beneficial to you at this time. But whether you're male or female, this also reveals an important side of yourself. Feel the beauty and the balance of nature and know the powerful forces always moving within and around you. This is you being so powerful. Listen, Akashic Force, close your eyes and sense the King of Forces by your side. Feel universal beauty and power move within you, through you and around you. Feel how gentle this force and wisdom are. How will you rule the forces and allow them to serve you? It's like we're being fueled by all the forces that are around us, nature, spirit, all of this. That's what's fueling us in April. That's what we're feeling back by. It's also moving through us. It's all around us. But we're feeling one and powered up with this. We're being fueled by this. It's almost like, and look at this, it's like friends with natural enemies taming the beast. I see new abundance and all the forces behind us. And the universe is supporting us in our endeavors. That's what supporting us in the work that we're doing in April. It's like the whole universe is coming together to give us more fuel, to back us up. That's what I'm getting, especially with the noise and the rocket going on. It's like everything is backing us up with more force. So that in the other reading, it came up that I'm being a more confident magician, realizing that everything, all the forces are working to back us. We got two more. Yeah, you can't make this up. 7 of Scrolls, industry and Intricacies and Industries, and the King of Roses. Do you see the power cards in this? This is what we have to be like in April. The Seven of Scrolls, this is all about work and industry and building things, brick by brick, what we're building. And this is the force, the tremendous force that we have to be in our power with the patience, the tenacity, doing the steps brick by brick, knowing the bigger picture of what we're building here. And look at the King of Roses, again, a power card that this is what we're planting here. It's for love, compassion. That's what I'm getting just intuitively. But look at the work. It's work. I mean, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. So industry and intricacies and industry. Okay, so let me get to that. But this is already, I mean, this is just so clear. This is just the message before the cards even came out. Okay, so let me get into the scrolls. Hold on a second. There's a lot in this book, so it's hard to find the card immediately, but you can't make this up. You have all the forces behind you of the universe for what you're building, what you're manifesting. As the manifestor, magician, you know, the work you're doing, brick by brick, the focus, the attention, the detail, what your little pieces, look what it's building. We're each doing that, and it's bringing in, it's making things better. It's also being planted with love, compassion, kindness. Things that are being built now are in this vein. That has been a recurring message, okay? So here, intricacies and industry. Oh my gosh, I can't even contain myself how it's all working together. Do you see how it quieted down outside? Work on a Renaissance cathedral has just begun. At first, this building seems modest, but in time, its grandeur will reach several stories high and across the centuries. But now piles of stones and rock dot the scene. A mason bends, focused intently on a plumb bob that hangs next to a partially built wall, and this instrument helps him determine if the wall is straight and true. It has to be straight and true. Remember the importance of truth and the divine ingredients, the things that we're working on. We're using divine ingredients now. We're building better, grander. It's a foundation of truth. There are no words. At a very basic level, this card can indicate building or renovating a home or business. This card also shows that you're on your way to greatness, but it requires attending to even the tiniest of particulars. Be diligent with the specifics in your strategy. Pay considerable attention to detail and follow through. While you may have a long-term goal in mind, the small steps are what's important now. They kept on saying plant your life seeds, the work you're doing now. Pay attention to the details. We're almost planting with different seeds now, divine ingredients. We're building better with a sturdier foundation, more love, compassion, truth. Whatever work you're doing, and your work, your projects, and everything else, while you may have a long-term goal in mind, the small steps are what's important now. And I'll even say the divine ingredients in which you're doing it, right? The energy in which you're doing it. What are you planting? Even the most magnificent cathedrals were built, stone by stone, day by day. It is only by heaping up the small that the great can be achieved. And the Akashic forces, there's a situation in your life that requires your attention to detail right now. Close your eyes and imagine that the situation is a puzzle in pieces on a table in front of you. Imagine the individual pieces and sense what you notice and feel about them. And what I would say is we're doing this brick by brick, stone by stone. Have a lot of patience. Like they said, it's a new day, it's a new dawn. We're up every day now working on the small details, the small bricks, but in the bigger perspective, look at what we're building. Look at this magnificent cathedral. This is the higher vision and the higher perspective, and this is our day-to-day work. So stay focused and know that this together is what we're doing. We're each doing this personally in our daily lives. Building something so beautiful. We have the universal forces behind us. They want us to be in our power as the magician, the king of forces. Look at what we're planting and growing here. And it's more of love and compassion and truth. And this is what the whole universe is supporting. When you talk about the king of forces, that is the force that's backing the power for us to get the work done. And look at what we're blooming here. It's so beautiful. So just keep in mind the bigger picture in April, because it is still stone by stone, brick by brick. You know, they keep on saying that. It's like you have to have a higher perspective that what you're doing brick by brick is so beautiful. Look at this, King of Roses, upright. This card shows a man holding two roses, a red and a white, demonstrating a balance of passion and purity, right? Remember the truth, you know, integrity almost I'm getting from this. Love, passion, beautiful. We're blooming this. Come walk in this, you know, like walk in this, be in this vein with all the work that you're doing, brick by brick, stone by stone. You have the whole universe force behind you, and look at the cathedral. This card shows a man holding two roses, a red and a white, demonstrating a balance of passion and purity. At his feet are the yellow ones of roses of healing and creativity. And this is the king of love, a man who is balanced and well-rounded. And when he appears upright in your spread, it indicates that a potential union could be at hand, either in a friendship, business, or even romance. Whether it's a new relationship or the blossoming of an old one, this man could bring tender-hearted, thoughtful support. He's also someone who could be helpful in your personal life, especially where home or family issues are concerned. But the King of Roses could also be you. And I'm getting this reading as all of us, right? You know, this card, it lets you know that you're ready to stand up for yourself. We got that in the overall April. To have more confidence, walk your confidence with what you're working on and what you're doing. You have the universal forces behind you. You know, stand up for yourself, take loving but considered action on your own behalf. It's a time of increasing love, compassion, and that always starts within. They want us to be in our power and walk with that, in that vein, and do the work coming from that place. Like stone by stone, brick by brick. Like this is where you are. Close your eyes. This is the Akashic force to support you. Close your eyes and step into the robes of the King of Roses. You are the king of family, home, community. Feel a sense of care swell within you. And what would you like to bring to the world around you now? Yeah, what do you want to bring? What are you working on stone by stone, brick by brick? You're coming from that place and you have all the forces of nature and the universe fueling you and supporting you to do the work step by step, because it could be a lone journey because the person's alone. He doesn't have a crowd around him. So it's like each of us are focused stone by stone, brick by brick, trying to build something better on a better foundation. You're backed by everything in the universe, the forces, and they want you to walk to remain the king in your power, love, compassion. This is creativity. Look at what we're blooming here by the work that we're doing. More love, compassion. Be in that vein with all that you're working on too. That's the divine ingredients for this beautiful new building structures. You even hear the construction outside. This is all the forces that's supporting this. It's so beautiful. We're going right into divine spirit messages, direct divine spirit messages to help us stay fueled up. This is so in line with the overall April. This is all about being this more confident magician, knowing you have backing and support for this. The whole universe, all the forces that are fueling you with you. You're a part, you're a piece, brick by brick, stone by stone. It's building something beautiful. It's knowing that, having that higher perspective. You can see that, you know that. There's a purpose behind everything you're doing. And you're staying in the vein of love and compassion and growing more of that. That's what we're blooming. Like they said in the overall monthly for April, plant those new life seeds. Look at what the birthing, it's beautiful. So what are the divine spirit messages for our divine spirit to be in your power? Brick by brick, stone by stone, doing the work. Oh my God, two kings. I mean, talk about being fueled up in your power. They're all coming out. Yeah, yes, 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 yes. Okay, okay. So we're getting, you can achieve it now. You can achieve it now, you know, whatever you're working on. Remember, they said blockages are being removed. You have the entire universe supporting you, helping you as you do your work, your piece, brick by brick, stone by stone. Be in this vein and look at what we're blooming here. You can achieve it now. That's what they're saying. It's going on the forces. You can achieve it now. The forces are behind you. Step out of your mind for now. If you're doing a little piece by piece, brick by brick, that was something, you know, that brought to my attention. This is one person here. Sometimes we're getting stuck in our minds, or we're not feeling supported, or whatever it is, when you need a break, step out of your mind for now. This also means when you have negative thoughts or sabotaging, or you're taking away from your power to manifest this, anything that's sapping your energy, whatever you're thinking negatively, let it go. Step out of your mind for now. It could also be a time, because the next card, look at the next card, listen for divine guidance to come. So some things, say if we're doing our little piece, our part, we don't see the next step, the next brick, the next stone. What are we supposed to be doing? It seems like we're all by ourselves, but we're not. Then they're saying step out of your mind for now. Don't overthink. That came out in the April. We had the 9 of Michael, meaning that we could be stressing about things, trying to figure out, what am I planting? What's the best way? What's the best choice? What's the best brick? What's the best stone? That kind of thing. I'm all by myself here, but you're not. So step out of your mind at that time and look what comes in. You listen for divine guidance to come. Because remember, we have the backing of all the forces. You have the backing of spirit. They're helping you to co-create and co-plant this. They said, go out and plant new life seeds. The work that you're doing in this vein that's blooming more of this, like this divine ingredients, you listen for divine guidance to come, because you're co-creating that. You're literally co-creating that. This is so gorgeous. So you're being guided step by step. It came out again in the overall April. You're being guided. Listen for divine guidance. Do you hear the noise outside? It's almost like they're cleaning the path for you. They'll show you the way when it's not clear. Let's get pure love from spirit. Pure love from spirit. You're not alone. I know it often feels we're alone with the work we're doing and everything else. It really does. And that's when you step out of your mind for now, you connect back. And you remain in this vein. You believe. It even came out in the overall April. Trust what you're planting. You are a powerful creator when you're acting in this vein of love, compassion, the work you're doing, the new life seeds you're planting. It's all blooming. You have the entire forces of the universe behind you, fueling this. You're not alone. Sometimes that feels like we're so alone. It really does. That's when you listen for your divine guidance. You walk knowing you are listening to your divine guidance the whole time. That's what I just got. It's so beautiful. Look at what we're each blooming. Like you're planting that, I'm planting that, someone else is planting that. Look at that. We're all acting like that. The whole universe is supporting that as we each feel physically, we're each doing our little piece, our little part. But look at what we're collectively building. It's so beautiful. Okay, we're going to end it with pure love from spirit. Ooh, okay, pure love from spirit for April. I got to calm down because this is so beautiful. Hold on. Pure love from spirit. Pure love from spirit. Okay, I got to calm down. This is so beautiful. Pure love from spirit. Yeah, I have to calm down because we are around you. Yeah, you're not, you're not working alone. We are around you. Remember, I told you all the forces are supporting you. I even said like spirit backing. We are around you as you're doing your part, your work. So your loved ones passed on, your spirit guides are around you. We got that, the temple path for the overall. If you didn't see the overall April monthly, we have the temple path. The lights were your spirit guides, your loved ones passed on. They're lighting the steps. Yeah, sometimes we don't even know what's the next step. That came out before in the other reading. They're around you to show you the way. Listen for divine guidance. You could feel them very closely during this time. Your loved ones passed on, especially leaving you signs, symbols, messages. Yeah, because we want you to take care of yourself. They're showing you how to take better care of yourself. We're seeing that, on all levels. Taking care of your energy, taking care of yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, energetically. I posted a lot of messages about that. They've really shown how to take real divine self-care of yourself. They even made me create that deck. On massive levels. We will help you feel secure. Well, this reading makes me feel secure. The work that you're doing, believe you, trust, you have the whole universe behind you. You have loved ones passed on, your spirit guides. You have all the forces in the universe. Your little piece with the work that you're doing is building a cathedral so grand and beautiful. Continue walking in your power in this vein. Beautiful. Look at what we're blooming. They want us to continue taking really divine self-care of yourself. They are around you giving signs, symbols, messages, and they will help you feel secure. This is what we're building. You have to have a higher perspective and see, though we're alone doing our part, that we are building. We have all the forces behind us. Whenever you need help, whenever you're stressing, doubting this, step out of your mind. Whether it's actually just physically doing something else, or getting clear so you can listen for divine guidance, because sometimes, it's really brought home in 1 second. You can lift yourself up. They kept on saying it's the number one thing: lift yourself up, step out of your mind for now. That will help you reconnect if you get stuck, if you're, that thing, because they want us to feel secure as we're doing our part, our piece. To be secure that you have full backing, you have full support, that we're all co-creating and blooming the new together. Like they said, it's a new day, new dawn, new life. We're all doing our part, planting these new life seeds. So a lot is going to be built and being planted and being worked on. And you hear it's getting kicked up in the background again. So feel secure as you're doing your part, your piece, brick by brick, stone by stone. It reminds me of that Whitney Houston song, step by step, step by step, brick by brick. Oh, I gotta find it. I'll put it in the comments when I find it. That's what it makes me feel like. When you're doing your work, you think step by step, brick by brick, stone by stone. Yeah. Oh, I got chills. I'll put it in the comments when I find it. Okay? I wish you the best for April. And if you didn't see the overall monthly for April, this is like an exclamation mark confirmation. Take care. Bye-bye.